What's going on, everybody? Andrew here, Touring Midwest, your old friend. This is kind of an update video, a little bit of an update video. I want to show you some projects that I've been working on, getting this garage somewhat organized, and show you some of the new things that I've done around here since we moved in last December. So we've been here for almost a year now, and I really wanted to get this garage usable. It's taken a long time, just because I didn't know where to put everything and just trying to get everything organized. And I won't say that I'm 100% there, but I think I'm at least close enough where I can make a little video about it. Just kind of showing you guys some of the organizational things I've done and the big thing that really helped get this garage to a place where I feel like it's more usable. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Let me tell you, it's been a little while since I made a video, so hopefully this one turns out alright. I actually had to clean cobwebs off of my camera for the first time ever. That's how long this thing's been sitting. So I do apologize, and hopefully we'll have some more content coming out. I, of course, have the 2016 Harley-Davidson Road Glide still here. Haven't rode a lot this year, not gonna lie, but we'll talk about that throughout this video. So this is it, you guys. This is the garage. My plan for this weekend is to get the motorcycle washed up, oil change done, kind of winterized. It's time to move it up against the wall. I want to be able to get my truck in here by the end of the weekend, so I don't need to worry about cleaning frost off the windows and all that in the mornings when I'm trying to get out of here to get to work on time. That's kind of my goal. I don't have a lot of stuff to get out of the way here, but for sure the motorcycle will need to get put away for the winter. Waking up this morning, it was like 35 degrees, so I feel like it's kind of time anyway. This weekend, after I make this video, I still have to get an oil filter for the Harley. I do have oil still, so yeah, just kind of want to get it ready to be put away for the winter, and yeah, get my Ram in here. Speaking of Ram, I got a new Ram. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but yes, I traded in my 2006 Ram, rusty but trusty. That thing had 175,000 miles on it, and I had the opportunity to get into something newer and nicer, so I will show you guys that coming up here as well. All right, so beginning our tour. You guys have seen most of this already if you've seen my previous garage videos, but I did add this pegboard in a previous video, and this is sort of my run and gun or whatever, maintenance, oil change. A lot of this stuff is for the Harley, but I did add some other wrenches and things that I might just need for working on the truck or the Harley, whatever. You know, it's always evolving, the pegboard situations, but I'll explain a little bit more after a while for a reason as to why exactly I did this. But just having tools kind of sporadically placed around here and there, there's a reason for this madness. All right, here we've got a fast track system from Rubbermaid, and you're gonna see these throughout the video because I invested in these things, and they've been working really well. I really like how they work because this stuff can just slide along this rail anywhere, so wherever you need to hang something or whatever. And you can see that there's lots of different mechanisms for hanging. Yeah, I would say this is kind of just my oil change station, and there's room to evolve this and make it what I want. But anyway, snowblower will stay there for the winter now, just to make it easy to, you know, clean the driveway when it snows. Obviously we got the snow shovels and everything there. So you've seen the wall of flags already. Spare piece of pegboard because you just never know. I do need to get this out of here. I think that's going to be in the way. I'll be able to get the truck in, but as far as getting around the truck and whatnot, that'll be in the way. So y'all have seen this cabinet in previous videos. It's just a lockable storage cabinet, and then I've got everything in containers and labeled, so it's easy to find what I need when I need it. So that's been working out pretty good. It's November now, so I need to change my calendar. This is my second bit of pegboard, and here's where I keep my drill and my screwdriver, and this is kind of stuff that I sometimes need around the house, just kind of basic stuff. Electrical tape, masking tape, level, hammer, that kind of stuff. I've got my power supplies. I had this one. It's a 600 watt generic brand. I don't even, Upus or something like that. And then this past spring, I bought the Jackery Explorer 1000, and we used that only once so far on a camping trip, but it worked really well. Nice to have the extra power when you need it. So I'll drop a link to that down in the description. You'll find some links throughout this video, because there's a few links I want to share with you guys just in case you're interested in some of this stuff. Got the new air fan mounted up there, and then of course some monitors and different things like that. Cigar boxes. My dad got me that picture. He found it at a garage sale or whatever, so yeah, kind of a little bit special there. So moving over this way, you guys have seen pretty much all this before. This is my toolbox. Most of my Harley related tools are going to be here. Snap-on, Matco stuff. I do have quite a bit of Icon now from Harbor Freight. Really pretty happy with that stuff. Been working pretty good for me. So pretty happy with that. And of course it's a US General toolbox, because why spend a ton of money on a toolbox, you know? My Cobalt air compressor. Thing is great. I love that. And then you guys have seen most of this stuff, I think, in other videos. This is just kitchen cabinets, which aren't terribly organized. They're a bit of a mess, but it's kind of nice just to be able to hide some stuff in here. And I've got oils and WD-40 and all that kind of stuff in here. And then this has been cleaned up a little bit finally. This shelving I've managed to clean up and kind of organize, put everything, pretty much everything in totes. Still got some work to do. But most of this is going to be motorcycle parts. There are some things like detail cloths and whatnot for cleaning the motorcycle and the cars. And then some electrical stuff and Blackstone things for cooking and whatever. But a lot of this is motorcycle parts, extra motorcycle parts and paint and things like that. But it looks a lot better than it did. So then we've got this room here, which I'm pretty happy with. If you remember this from previous video, where I had a workbench here, we installed pegboard and stuff here. Well, I've got this room all cleaned up, and I think you'll notice that it's quite cozy and pleasant now. It's not going to be real good for winter, but for the nice months, this is pretty nice. Little sunroom, little 3-season porch. I've got it set up as somewhat of a cigar lounge, kind of a cigar loungy vibe going on. We can watch some TV, can relax here on the patio furniture, and just get some sunshine from the backyard. Got the beverage fridge and just some dead space that we need to fill. Get some decorations going, things like that. Heading outside, I can show you the big reveal, the big shed. We'll go take a look inside in a little bit, but I custom designed this shed at Old Hickory Buildings. On their website, you can choose how many doors you want, where you want the doors, what style doors. I chose to go with a roll-up door on this one, and very happy with my decision. We built the level pad that's it's sitting on, and I built the ramp here to get the lawnmowers and stuff out. And while we were waiting for this and preparing the level pad, we also redid our old shed, the little one here. Resided it, painted it. I built a new door for it, and that turned out actually really nice. Color matched the paint to the new one, and obviously the trim's a different color, but I wanted to go black on this one. Pretty sweet with old hickory. You can choose your siding material, your roofing material, all that. Totally customize this thing how you want it, and then they'll set you up with a dealer and get it built and ordered and delivered. So very pleased with the outcome of the old hickory shed here. So it's pretty good. This is a 10 by 20 foot shed, lofted barn. So we've got the 6-foot loft up here. They normally do like a 4-foot loft, I believe, but I expanded it to 6 foot, which was no extra cost, just to give me a little more room for storage. I've got, you know, wood and material from the house and stuff stored up here. That's kind of paint supplies, and then there's some ice fishing stuff up here and things like that. So works out really, really well. Roll up door here so we can get the lawnmower in and out easily. Really, really happy with the outcome of this shed and how everything turned out. Pretty excited to have this shed. So yeah, kind of a multitude of different tools here, and obviously different hooks for hanging different things. So this fast track system is really, really cool. I've been very impressed with it, and I'm glad I bought plenty, because actually I bought more than what I needed out here in the shed, but I've used a little bit of it in the garage on my side, and then some on Danielle's side for the boys' sports and hockey stuff. And it's just been really good products so far. Really happy with them. So yeah, I'm going to put those in the description. I'll link to the stuff in the description as well, in case you want to check out the Rubbermaid Fast Track stuff. And if you already use it, let me know what you think. I know there's a couple different brands out there that make somewhat similar products, and I kind of watched a lot of reviews and stuff and just decided to go with the Rubbermaid. Now for lighting in the shed, you may recognize this stuff. I did a video on these quite many years ago, but I put these in the garage at the old house, and they're like Barina or something off of Amazon. They're LED shop lights, and they're very easy to mount. They're super lightweight. They're pretty affordable, and they put out quite a bit of light. So these are T5s. I've got 7 of them mounted in here, and then just recently I ended up redoing the lights in the garage as well, and I used these out there too. So I actually have 8 of these on the ceiling in the garage, and we can go back in there and I'll show you more of that as well. But yeah, very good lights. I've had great luck with them, and I'm going to throw a link to these in the description also, in case you'd like to check them out. So I've got some questions for you guys, but also if you have any questions for anything you've seen in this video or anything, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll try to answer them the best that I can. If there's anything that you see that I've missed or anything like that, just let me know. Still working on getting this organized. Maybe it's fine, I don't know. We'll just pegboard. I always feel like it kind of evolves as you use it, and you find, well, maybe I don't want this stuff over here, maybe I want it over here. But for over here, I needed stuff that was kind of low profile because the door does get in the way. So if it's anything on a peg that sticks out too far, that door won't be able to open completely. So I kind of wanted to make sure that everything back here is pretty low profile. So it worked great for things like levels and rulers and just small stuff and things I don't use all the time. But yeah, I think so far there's a lot of usable space left on this pegboard, and this is kind of stuff that I don't use quite as often. That was the other thing. When I put up the extra pegboard in the garage, that's stuff that I will use all the time. I didn't want to have to come out to the shed every single time I needed something. So this is kind of stuff, some of it's duplicate, some of it's stuff that I'll use out here more, stuff that I won't need to access all the time if I just need to do a quick project in the house, things like that. So I really tried to think when I was doing all this stuff and think about what I needed access to, what am I using while I'm doing all this stuff, you know, and kind of organized that way. And having tools spaced out, I feel like it's not a huge property, but it is time saver. If I need something when I'm working outside, I can come in here, grab a pliers or a screwdriver or a mallet or things like that. Since it is winter here, I'm not leaving any of the battery stuff out here. The garage will be slightly warmer than it is in here. So I do have all my battery operated power tools besides my drills hanging here, but the batteries and stuff will all charge inside, which I feel like is slightly inconvenient, but it's better than just totally freezing out batteries and killing them. So I think that's probably the best case scenario. I don't know. Just one thing really quick here. I really needed a solution for our fishing poles. I still have a ton of ice fishing poles in a box down here that I don't know what to do with. I've got like 30 some ice fishing poles. I don't know how to store them. But for our longer fishing poles, mine and Gav's, I did mount in the rafters here of the 6-foot loft. And I bought these on Amazon. These are Cast King. Yeah, these have to be mounted horizontally, right? So they can be mounted on a ceiling like this or a wall, so your fishing poles go the long ways, right? Not up and down. But as long as they're hanging horizontally, these work well. So this is kind of what I wanted in here, because they're out of the way. They're not going to get broken or damaged, and they're still easily accessible. So Cast King, I'll throw a link to those down in the description in case you have fishing poles you want to mount up. So right now the little shed is a mess, but we need to get it cleaned out. I'm gonna keep wood in here for now just because it's a nice dry place for it. We need to get rid of this insulation because I don't need any more of that. This snowblower is for sale if anybody needs one. It runs good, starts up well, but I've got the errands in the garage. So I need to get all this cleaned up. The boys' bikes will go in here, and some of their summer stuff that they won't use over the winter can all be stored in the little shed here. So yeah, this is one of the coolest rooms in the house, I think. Maybe just because I did it all myself. Walls, TV mount. I built a floating shelf over there, and I'm just really happy with how it turned out, you know? It's a cozy little room. It'll be nice in the warm months. Not going to be a lot of fun in the winter months, but it's a good little sunroom. And more pegboard, if you're seeing a theme around here. Yeah, added a little bit of pegboard here. I wanted to have some tools accessible for the boys. I know, like little Gavin, he likes to monkey around with different things, and I wanted a place where I could put his tools or tools that he can use. So I put up this also for him. Fishing poles for the boys, because I do keep that shed locked. So this way, if grandparents come and I'm not home and grandpa wants to take the boys fishing or whatever, they can access their fishing poles. They don't need to wait for me to get home to unlock the garage or the shed. So this is kind of their area, and yeah, plenty of room to add more stuff to this pegboard if or as needed. So you may notice that I've got these gates across the garage here, and it's not like we really need them for security, but I do have stuff over there that I don't always want the kids to be able to access or whatever. So these little gates or whatever are from Vever. They're pretty affordable. I'll find a link for them in the description below, but these are pretty cool, and if you want more information about them or whatever, let me know. Maybe I can make a video just about these gates, though it'll be very short. But I do like them, and it just kind of helps keep the neighborhood kids out of my area, out of my stuff. I've got some tools that are more expensive, and I don't want them to disappear. I don't think anybody around here would purposely steal them, but you know how kids are. I'm going to use this screwdriver or this wrench, and then they just move on to the next thing, and the wrench stays wherever it is, right? And I don't need my good tools being maybe lost forever, or possibly just laying out in the grass getting rusty or run over by the lawnmower or whatever. So this is just kind of a deterrent, right? When the neighborhood kids are here, when our kids are here playing around, just keeps them out of my space. Or if they really wanted to get in, I'm sure they'd find a way, but deterrent. So these are on casters, so they open and close really nicely. You can kind of move them out of the way, up against the wall, and then open them and close them as needed. So they are lockable with a padlock, and there you go. So I like I do like these Vever gates, and they weren't terribly expensive. Probably not necessary, but I like them, and I wanted them, so I bought them. But I also have one here, so I can really block off my whole side of the garage and keep tools and things behind a gate as I feel necessary. This brings us back to this side of the garage, and I don't remember, I'll try to throw up a clip of an older video or whatever, but we had all these lights, like light bulbs, just hanging on a cord all over the place. That was here from the previous owners. And I took all that down and I installed these Barina T5 lights. They can connect together directly, like I have here. I have a row of 3 of them here, or spaced out with longer extension cords. There's 2 connected together here, one here, right next to each other. So there's 8 of these lights around here. And then since there was light sockets with ugly bulbs in them, I decided to try these, which I'm sure you've seen advertised. One here, one there. And they actually work pretty dang good. So plenty of light around here now, which works great for the videos. Obviously the videos I think look pretty good. Or well, this one does. This is the first video with this new lighting. But I think you'll see some improvement in the garage videos, whether we're doing something on the Harley or tinkering around or whatever. Now I'm going to show you the new Ram. So here we go, 2019 Ram Rebel. I had really just kind of been looking around for a new truck. I didn't know if I'd be able to get one right now or not, but the headlights were so terrible in my previous Ram, my 06, and I'm getting up early in the morning for my new job and being able to see out in the middle of nowhere where there's no street lights on the back highways and stuff. It was pretty bad. So I was kind of hoping that I'd be able to get into something different. And I was looking for a Ram, actually waiting for one to come in at a different dealership, and they had said it was going to be coming in on Monday. They'd give me a call. They never called. A week passed, 2 weeks passed. I see this one at another dealership, and I'm like, ooh, I wonder, I need to go look at that or whatever. So the dealership was closed. It was dark, and I'm like peeking in the windows and stuff, and I see the red trim against the black leather and all this stuff, and I'm like, this truck is sweet, so I'm telling Danielle about it, looking at it online. I end up going to test drive it, talking to the dealer, and end up, after some not negotiating but issues on my end with past finances and things like that, finally was able to work something out where I could get this thing. Things aren't always easy, and things don't always work out exactly how you want, but I managed to get it, and so far it's been fantastic. Headlights are great. It's got really all of the features that I wanted for the most part. Yeah, just really quite excited about it still. I've had it for about a month, a little less than a month, and yeah, it's a good truck. 83,000 miles on it, and the body and everything is in really nice condition. So quite pleased about the Ram Rebel. I just like Ram trucks. I'm not going to tell you what to drive. I don't care. I mean, we could have that debate, but I don't really have anything to base it off of besides I like the Rams, okay? So anyway, so I think that really kind of covers a wide array of things, right? We probably need to talk about why I haven't made any videos, hardly at all. Well, I was busy with projects around here. We had our baby just over a year ago. He just turned 1, so he's been very busy. He's very busy now getting into everything. It's just more difficult to find time to do things. I had the projects around here getting ready for the shed. We built the whole level pad to put the shed on, brought in the rock and the gravel and things for that. So that took a weekend, or actually it took a couple of weeks by the time we, built the thing. We had to get it dug out, leveled off, get rock brought in, level that off, and all that in preparation for the shed to arrive. While that was going on, I was doing electrical work in the garage, getting the garage heater hooked up, all that. Shed finally showed up. I was able to get stuff cleaned out, started working on that other area, which was kind of not planned at all. It just sort of developed as things went on. And my new job is pretty demanding hours wise, takes up a lot of hours and things like that. So getting videos done and out for you guys, although it is a priority. I love my YouTube channel. I love all you guys who are watching. I'm friends with many of you from commenting and stuff on social media over the years, and very much value those friendships from people that I've met through this. So I do want to do them, but just time-wise, it's been very difficult. I don't even think I put 1,000 miles on the Harley this year, if I'm being honest. Rode to work a couple times, did a couple small rides with some friends and things like that. But there just wasn't the time and opportunities to ride. I want to spend time with Danielle, but obviously we have a new baby, so we can't take him on the motorcycle. So it's just, it's been busy. It's been more difficult to do the things that I might want to do with everything else that's going on in our lives right now. So anyways, that's what's kind of up with the YouTube channel. I do not plan on giving it up yet, or any time in the near, that's not really, I'm not planning on giving it up. But I can't make videos as often as I would like to. So right now it's just make videos when I can about what I can, and that's just what it has to be for now. But I think there is going to come a time where my content is going to have to change a little. I like it being kind of random and about whatever I'm about in the moment or at the moment, or if I think of something cool, I do it. Or if I'm out of ideas, I come up with something completely random and I do it. I know the YouTube algorithm and probably all of you guys prefer to stay on topic. And I know a lot of you think this should be the topic. But here's the problem with this. This is a 2016 Harley Davidson. So I'm already a dinosaur, you know. There are guys riding these still. Definitely. It's a great bike. I don't plan on getting rid of this thing. I know people are going to be looking for information on the new style road glides and street glides and whatever, but I'm not planning on upgrading anytime soon. Really, it's not a priority right now. This one still has a ton of life in it. I've done a ton of work to it. I've just kind of gotten it where I want it. Really, you know, all the projects I've done to it over the years and things like that. I don't have time to ride it the way it is, so I'm not going to take on another $400 or $500 a month motorcycle payment. I'm just not going to do it. So I do feel like I'm running out of things to do to it. That being said, I do have a couple projects that I want to try to get done this winter. I want to do a different headlight and maybe some other stuff. I don't know. There's some things I'm thinking of. Not any performance stuff. I still don't want to get into that. And like I said, for the most part, the thing is just set up how I want it. I got the new stereo now with the CarPlay and all that. Very happy with that and how all that works. I have a couple of videos, product reviews and things that I still need to get done. And I intend on trying to do those over the winter here. I think eventually, sometime, we're going to have to start moving this channel in a little bit different direction where it's never just been motorcycles. It's always, that's what people want, but it's never really been that. But I think I would love to move into more of a travel adventure aspect kind of things, whether it be on the motorcycle or in the Ram or like a family trip somewhere and things like that. And I know not everybody's going to like that, but it's an idea that's in my head once we can actually start traveling a bit more. This season gets crazy because it's hockey season and the boys are into hockey. But that also does present some opportunities to go to different places because we do travel with hockey. So some different places around the state and probably neighboring states as well. So there is some opportunities there to check out some new places and have adventures and things like that. The 1 or 2 camping trips that we get to do a year right now, I haven't wanted to take my camera gear. You know, I don't want it to be about the YouTube channel, unfortunately. Those moments I want to be about spending time with my family. And Gav, who I don't get to see all of the time, you know, now during the school year, it's every other weekend, which is very hard. That time I like to spend with him. And, you know, it just can't always be about the channel, you know. Relationships with family, with friends are important. The couple of small rides we went on this year with friends, I didn't record. There is something to capturing memories, and we did get pictures, and we always do on rides and things like that, but I don't want to take the focus and attention that I could be, you know, carrying on a conversation with them. I don't want to be using that time thinking about, oh, I should be recording this, or why didn't I record this part of the ride, or this scenery, or this place we ate, or whatever, you know. Like you need to be in the moment with friends, and you need to be in the moment with family. So there's that. Am I gonna have to break this video up? Maybe. It's getting long. All right, hopefully that's some updates for you guys. I hope that you are all doing well and staying safe. But this video is over. So stay safe out there as always. Have a good one. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.